due to the normal maxillary trajectory of concavity, what percentage of cases do you think you would need to graft?
Sir, depends basically here what happened is I wanted my implant because there was a bit of a thick band of bone in that area. So I tried to be a bit buffer so that my whole implant would stay even valid and buccal down. So I am all round enveloped by the bone. But by doing that, because of the trajectory, I exposed a bit of that thin buccal plate, and that's why I had to graft. But most of the cases you will not need to. If your trajectory, the implant filling is perfect.
So the reason why I asked that is because my philosophy might be a little bit different, because with that natural concavity that exists there, rather than having a root eminence from the teeth, now have this concavity when the teeth are lost, you have very thin buccal bone
Yes, sir.
that you don't know will stay there long term. And you also have a more of a functional cosmetic issue in terms of the patient keeping that area clean because the concavity will end up with a food bag.
Sir, that shouldn't be there.
Just to change the contour from concave to convex for maybe long-term because of things like that.
Okay.
Because of time limited, so if you are ready, you can do this.
Yeah, maybe I need hear some more comment from Italian field, like Marco or Giuliano, because like with the first approach, you know that you go Agnelli in Milan, and he's a big guy in our art, he's also this protocol in the approach, the paradox always one paradox. I want to hear some comment from Italy.
So, yes, in Italy we are quite famous for the possibility to give the implant, to insert the implant in the pterygoid area to zygomatic implant, but me and Marco doesn't like this kind of approach. We try to be like really more conservative, and if there is a need, we prefer to go
Michael Kahn.
for sinus elevation. And
Actually,
to insert
Mongolian Genghis Khan.
Yeah, he's one of the descendants.
But the fourth generation, me 1.5, he fourth generation.
I don't like pterygoid implant. For me, is the last chance. It's not the first choice. Like for everybody, they like to do this because they want to insert implant any moment as they want. But in the hospital, I've seen a lot of failure about this kind of implant. So in my patient, is the last choice. I'm more similar to him. I like to place implant in a correct way. I don't like to do magic implant. And no, I believe the same. We use tilted implant when we cannot place straight implant. It's the second choice, it's not the first choice for me. I save the teeth. I don't place implant. I try to save the teeth for the patient, and the second choice is to place the implant.
Okay, if you're ready, just let us know. And thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Okay, we've already one question about parental placement, the parental placement. So you didn't graft it on the side. So what is your
So the palate tissue is very thick and it's got a good blood supply and it sticks to your implant very well. It will have a good seal. So there shouldn't be an issue. And because, as I said, your implants, the way they are placed, there will be axial force, the vertical
So
force.
your
not lateral.
answer is because of the thick soft tissue on the palate.
Yes.
Am I with that? Or physically, you can.
Yes, first, thank you very much for remembering us to the, it's not around bone grafting in every case. And this technique is approved by Dr. Brannemark in Brazil several years ago. It's not a new thing. The second, I think, really nice insight about this technique is about the stability of the soft tissue. Nowadays, we could discuss a lot, but maybe it's most important in the long term, the stability of the soft tissue than the quantity of the bone. This kind of cases, several cases, are really nice evidence about the width, the soft tissue of the palate should be stable for several reasons. Thank you very much.